Jasper, that you? How you doing? Haven't seen you since you did that movie with what's-her-face. Hello, Batty friends. I am back, and I'm still Batty. It's been a long time since I filmed, and I thought today we would just sit down. I'm gonna do a little get ready with me. If that's not your thing, that's fine. Just listen to me talk if you want to. I'll do some life updates, what I've been doing, things that I'd like to plan on doing, maybe get some feedback from you. Yeah, so I'm just going to do my regular face if I need to go somewhere not too fancy and be presentable, or if I have a meeting with a new client and I don't want them to send the cops over for a wellness check since I'm so pale and so very tired. So I'm gonna pull my hair back. I will show you how I pull all of this into a bun. I do need to trim it, so that's another thing. If you want to see a video on how I trim my hair myself and put layers in it, let me know. Alright, so let's get started. This one needs to be retired soon, but I do like this style of hair tie. I don't know how many loops that was, however many it takes to get all this tightened. Then I'm going to take my hairpin. If you guys remember when I sold Chloe and Isabel jewelry and accessories when they were still around, R.I.P. This is actually the pen from one of the bun clips. I don't use the bun thing, bun cuff, that's what they're called. But this pen can hold my hair, and it can hold it fairly decent without any sort of securing device. And I'm just gonna twist and roll. And then I take my pen and I kind of squeeze it together, and I make sure I get some in the top and then some right along my scalp. Push it through, and this will hold my hair fairly well for quite some time. So I'm just gonna use what I have down here in my bag. This is kind of the bag I use when I do a performance to take my touch-up makeup or emergency makeup in. And I don't have everything I need there. There's not an eyeshadow primer, but I will be using the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer Base. So life updates. Let's start with my health. That's because that really informs everything else, right? I'll have to look and see when I uploaded my last video. I don't remember, it's been a while. But if you recall, I was doing the Fly Lady baby steps, and then I went to visit my family in Virginia for my mom's birthday. And after that, me following the Fly Lady method fell apart. I have not restarted the Fly Lady method. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. If you want to see it, let me know, I guess. My house is a mess. Cleaning is not my forte. So, after I got back from visiting my family, there's some medical stuff might be triggering. If you want to skip, I'll try to timestamp health stuff. I don't know. I was so happy that I was finally going to get to see an endocrinologist. And the endocrinologist took one look at my most recent labs, which were good, because at the time I was feeling pretty good. Told me I didn't have a thyroid problem. Ladies, we hear this all the time. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to lose weight. And then he tried to get me to take Ozempic, which one of the main side effects is nausea. If you know me well, you know I get nausea fairly easily. I get motion sick very quickly. If I have any sort of procedure where they put me to sleep with anesthesia or whatever, I will more than likely barf when I wake up, even if they're putting Zofran in my IV before I get up. So that was not going to happen, and I was so upset when I left. And he took me off all my thyroid meds and was like, hey, you know, if your labs ever come back bad, come back. And looking back now, that's kind of when, like, I felt all right for a while. But now looking back on it, there was definitely a steady decline in my mood, my energy level, all of that. So yeah, I didn't ever go back to that doctor. I still go to my primary. He's not my favorite, but you know, it is what it is. I'm looking for, I like to do my brows first. Normally, I like a powder, but this is just what I have here. I think I got it in a FabFitFun box. It's the Winky Looks Unibrow. It's one of, oh, that's the spoolie end. It's one of these deals. People spend way too much time on their brows now and like gluing them down, and then I don't get it. The only time I glue my brows down is for performance. Anywho, let's talk and putting my face on this heart. So I've been feeling like crap lately, and you know, one of my telltale signs of when my thyroid is off is my skin gets super dry. Yes, I live in the desert. Yes, I'm getting older, so those are naturally things that are going to make my skin dry. But I get to a place where no amount of moisturizer will help, and that's kind of where I am now. And my last round of blood tests, my thyroid numbers were the worst they have been in years. So my primary has me back on thyroid meds. During this time, I would say November-ish, I injured my right foot again. This would be like the third time, I believe. This time it was in a new and interesting way. It was a very sharp pain on the bottom of my right foot, on the inside, kind of like, oh, it just hurt. It was a sharp stinging pain, and it would radiate up my calf and up the back of my leg when it got really bad. So originally I went to the urgent care near my house, which is connected to my primary's office. And they x-rayed it and they were like, there's nothing wrong with it. We think it's plantar fasciitis. Take some, here's some ibuprofen 800s, you know, do some plantar fasciitis stuff. And go see an orthopedic doctor. So I didn't think it was plantar fasciitis. Reading the symptoms, and like when I tried to do the plantar fasciitis exercises, they made it feel worse. Luckily, I was able to get in to see a new podiatrist within like days. It was either like wait a month or drive across town. And I'm like, I will drive across town to get rid of this pain. Now I'm just going to take my spoogly and sort of blend this. Drove across town. Really liked the new podiatrist. He didn't, he had me like do some things, pushed around on it, asked me some questions. Turns out it was an inflammation of the posterior tibia tendon, which runs down the back of the leg and connects kind of up under the heel and arch, which I don't really have much in the way of arches. One of my feet's completely flat. The other one has like a tiny little bit of the arch. I think this is the foot that has the arch. So rest, anti-inflammatories, and the return of wearing a boot. Those of you that have just met me, hi. Thanks for being here. Like I said, this is the third time I have injured my right foot. It's the third time I've had to wear a boot, and I was very resistant to that idea because when I injured it before, I was in a boot off and on for about a year, and it messed up my pelvis and my sacroiliac joints, and I wound up having to get injections into my joints. And I really was really fearful of that, but you know, I took it easy. I propped it up. I did wear my boot. Most of the time I just wore the squishy part of my boot because I'm mostly in my house. But if I did leave the house, I would wear like the whole thing. But my foot's feeling better now. And I don't even really like have any issues with it right now. I'm having more issues with like my hip and stuff, but I've been rolling them out. Mental wise, had some very dark times, especially really recently, in February. I found out about something that was hurtful and also kind of similar to something I've experienced in the past during like the darkest time in my life. So it was very triggering and brought up all of that old nonsense. So that was rough. If you know, you know. And I appreciate all of you that were supportive then. That's what's going on, kind of life in general. I am dancing some again. Not a lot, because I am always mindful of overworking my right foot, especially after the third injury. But this time, at least, it was not the pain that I'm used to. It was a new and different pain. Also, my work was really slow. My business is picking up again, which is great. I like all my clients. Always looking for new clients, though. I think last time I made a video, I had just started playing Diablo Immortal, or it had just come out. I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in whatever color this is. If I can read this. Light yellow. For my under eyes. We're going to color correct them first. My under eyes go kind of blue purpley, so we'll use a yellow or peach color to help that. And I like to do that before I do my eyes or my foundation. Just get that in there. So yeah, played a lot of Diablo Immortal. Made some really good friends playing Diablo Immortal. Hi, y'all, if this is your first video watching me. Still playing some D3 every now and then, especially I need to finish the new season 28. Played the D4 closed beta, played the D4 open beta, the Diablo 4 for you non-gamer people. And plan on playing Diablo 4 when it comes out. When Diablo 4 comes out, I'll probably quit playing Diablo Immortal. I barely play now. I just kind of show up for raids and war when my friends need me. I did my annual replaying of Mass Effect. This time I played Paragon, and it sucked. I usually play Renegade and having to de-escalate situations instead of just blasting fools. It was a challenge. And I didn't finish my playthrough. I'm on the next to last mission. Because that sort of coincided with the, with my other issues. And if you've played Mass Effect, you know the ending sucks. And I didn't want to do that to myself when I was already not in a good spot. So... one of my Diablo friends who doesn't play Diablo anymore got me hooked on Guild Wars. Guild Wars 2 base game is free on Steam. There's so much content for it being a free version. Love it. I have a necromancer, of course, and then there's a race of like feline based people called the Char, and I made one that looks like Muffin. If I remember, I'll put a picture in of Muffin the Char. Yeah, shoot, I have a picture of my other character in too. I call her, usually my gamer name is Absenta. If you want to find me on Battle.net, I'll tell you the rest of my Battle.net numbers. I think it's 1676, I'm not sure. So it's always Absenta, Absy, Abs, any of those. So, my necromancer is Absenta, but she's a Sylvari and they're like plant people, so I call her Asparagus. Love that game. I love crafting in real life and in person in games, so I've been really working on my crafting and that. I am so far behind on my face. Let's see what brushes I have. This is one of the e.l.f. bite-sized bougies. Which one is it? Cream and sugar. Let me see if I can swatch it. These are hard to open. And I don't, right now, another sign of thyroid issues is brittle, cracking nails. And we all already know that my hair eats all those B vitamins and nutrients. So after my hair is done consuming everything, and then if my thyroid is messed up, my nose, there's no hope. There's no hope. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. So my nails are very, very short right now. Although I did paint them last night. Let me try to swatch this. So there's a matte, just kind of tanny color. This is a sparkle, a light sparkle. This is a like bronzy sparkle, and then a matte brown. See if I can be a real YouTuber. You can't really see that. Those are pretty sparkly. I have too many bracelets on. I don't know. You can't really see that. It's this is sparkly and more pigmented, more peach than it looks. And this one is actually more peach than it looks, or more tan. I am just not the best at doing that. I should have done it on this side. Sorry. So what am I gonna do? Look for a brush. There aren't many in here because, like I said, this is not my... I'm not at my desk. I've been wanting to film, and I haven't. And so many of you you're so kind. Thank you. You have asked me when I'm going to make another video, and how much you enjoyed the other ones. You don't know how much I appreciate that. I really, really do. So it's like, I'm just going to sit down right here. We're going to do it. And I'm going to try not to over-edit, spend too much time editing, and just get this out. I think that's going to be my motto going forward right now, is to just get things out. Maybe not edit them as much as I have in the past, and just, you know, some content's better than no content, because I do have things that I want to do. I'm drinking decaf because I don't want to be USA up all night, but I really want tea. And I'm trying to trick my brain a little bit. Normally I would put on some sort of eyeshadow primer. I don't have one I love right now, so, and I'm just putting my face on for you. I'm not gonna leave the house today or anything ridiculous. So I'm just gonna go in here and pat this all over my lid. Okay, so yeah, let's talk crafting first, and then we'll talk about the channel. I had also thought about, I'm just patting this all over the lid. I'd also thought about, instead of doing a get ready with me, kitting up a new diamond painting. My friend Jess, hi Jess, got me an awesome custom diamond painting for Christmas. It's a picture of Muffin. So I've been wanting to start working on that, but I don't remember where she got it. I'll look. It's right there. The diamonds are already in baggies, so that I don't really need to kit it up. I just kind of need to make sure everything's in order, which is not how I would normally do a diamond painting. I know a lot of people do one eye and then do the other. A lot of times, especially when I'm just doing a simple look, I just do both at the same time, so I don't have to go back and forth. And then I know a lot of people that do their foundation first, because they're like, it's called foundation, you should do it first. I always do my eyes first. 2 reasons. 1, I come from an era where eyeshadow sucked, and you would just get a lot of fallout, so you'd have to clean it up. And 2, I know like when I'm getting ready for something that my eyes are going to take the longest. So I do those first. And if I get behind on time, I can just like slap on the rest of my face and go. Especially when it comes to doing like a performance makeup. If you want to see me do a performance makeup, let me know. Comment below. So the other eye, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to tap this down. Like, I'm not really experimenting right now. If I was experimenting, I would like do one eye, see how that went, and then repeat it on the other side. But this is my tried and true. So that goes all through there. So I haven't been diamond painting, but I do want to kit that one up and start it. The problem with diamond painting is, for me, like, I need some background noise. Maybe some of the podcasts I like, maybe I'll just do those. But like, as far as watching TV or something, I can't watch something that I need to actually watch because I'll be looking down. Oh, there is. This is the I do have a oops, too late now. I do have the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer in my bag. Like I said, not a big fan of it. I don't know why. It's just okay. I don't love it. Yeah. I'm just gonna do a little razzle dazzle here. I do like the e.l.f. liquid eyeshadows. Is there one in here? It's the gold one. Otherwise, I would do that. I do have the gold one. I mean, I tend to wear gold a lot, or gold eyeshadow a lot when I perform, so that's why that one's in here. But I do have. Well, that was fun. My phone shut off. That was the other thing. I dropped my phone. Had to. Luckily, it was still covered, but I have a refurb now, and it does not work as good as my old phone. It's still the same. Still a Pixel 5a, but it's. Anywho, what we're doing is I'm just putting a little razzle dazzle. I'll put a little bit in the inner corner and a little here. Normally, maybe I'll do it for the video. We'll see how many more things I need to talk about. Normally, I'm just gonna leave. This is my normal every day. Normally, I'm not gonna darken my crease with the brown. Okay, so what was I talking about? Crafting. I am still cross-stitching, still doing stamped cross-stitch. I have not yet Muffin incoming. Muffin, missed you guys too. Don't count it cross-stitch, although I got closer. Hi, boo. I did, you can see the desk. There's nothing really to see except my notes. I got a pen to a washable marker to count out my fabric for my other project. And like I said, I'm just gonna take this contour brush and do just a little light here. It's nothing fancy. That is my everyday basic bat, my basic bat eyeshadow look. Like I said, I usually don't darken the crease with this. I might line with it occasionally if I'm feeling super fancy. So I guess that will be it for eyeshadow. I only have a black liner, and for this down here, for this look, I would prefer brown. So if I was going to, I would use this brown as I could use the end of this, but it's not the best idea for that. Oh, okay, so while we're in between, I have been cross-stitching this one piece forever. It is a stamped cross-stitch. I got it from FG Normal. It's a Chinese site. So far, I've never seen this anywhere. So as far as copyright or artist, I think it's fine. If you recognize it, let me know. I will gladly credit the actual artist. So it's Peacock, and this is the first real cross stitch I did. The other one I did had 4 colors maybe. It was much smaller. It's over there. I'll pop in a picture. So these blank areas here, this is where I was not very good at thread management. I need to go back in and fill these. But I have been working on the border. So stamped cross stitch is a lot like paint by numbers, diamond painting. I like it. You can zone out, and I don't have to count. You know, because you have those days where sometimes you need to stab something precisely and repeatedly. And I can kind of watch other things and do cross stitch. Yeah. So, what's going on with the channel? I don't know. F if I know, right? Here's what I would like. Well, and we'll sort of manifest this. I would like to put my foundation on first. Most of the time, do I have it down here? No, I don't. This is the Sephora Best Skin Ever. I would say it's medium to high coverage. I use the color 04N, surprisingly. The second lightest color. I could use the lightest color if I wanted to, but I think that the 04 is a better match. Maybe I will switch to the lighter color for the summer. I tend to fade in the summer, not tan, because I live in the desert. It's going to be super hot. If you've ever watched a documentary about life in the desert, it's the same for people. We don't go out in the daytime if we can avoid it, because we don't want to get fried. And if I do, I am like covered, sunscreen, sunglasses. I keep little arm bougies in my car so I cover my arms. I do tend to get paler in the summer, just saying. I know you don't think it's possible, but I can get paler. Oh, and if I'm sick, y'all just be like, Casper, that you? How you doing? Haven't seen you since you did that movie with what's-her-face. Anyhow, so yeah, I will just use this with my fingers. I do like the e.l.f. Ultimate Face Brush or whatever it's called. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm just gonna slap this on my face and blend that in. Okay, so next video definitely will be dun, da, 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 a Temu haul. If you've been living under a rock, you have somehow avoided all of the Temu. Wow, this looks shiny on camera. It is not. I don't have a highlighter down here, and I do love a little highlighter. As you can see, it's a good match for me. It really is. Love this foundation. Temu haul. So I've been super curious about Temu. So I read a bunch. I watched a bunch of haul videos, and people generally seemed excited about their Temu orders, and it wasn't like Wish where things got things were decidedly different from the description. People seem to feel like they got a good deal and a quality product, and some of them were sponsored videos, and some of the sponsored videos they get some of the same products. But I watched a ton, and I'm still kind of watching a ton. I'm kind of addicted. But, so I finally put a Temu order in. It shipped almost immediately. Was it last week? So last Sunday morning around 1 a.m. was when I finally hit submit. And it's going to deliver tomorrow. And they give you a range. And if it does not deliver in that range, you get a $5 credit. So I have some stuff coming. I got like 6 items. Most are from Muffin. And, yeah. I spent $24 and got free shipping. So I'll let you know. We're going to unbox that together. That's going to be fun. Let me know if you want to see more get ready with me's like this, where I just sit down and talk. Or I can figure out a way to show you how my hands while I stitch, and we can just talk about whatever. If you want to do some lives, let me know. That's no editing for me. Let me know when you guys want to hang out. We'll do it. Temu Hall's coming up. Coronation was pretty much yesterday. I know a lot of Americans feel a certain way about the royal family. It's understandable. They are problematic. But if you want me to do an American's Guide to the Coronation, I am not a history major. I was not a history major. I don't know if you guys know that. I mean, most of you do. Most of you know that my degree's in design technical theater, which is not what I do anymore. I mean, it is. I just do the same thing for people's businesses. But Americans feel a certain kind of way, for the most part, about the royal family. But I think it's important to learn from history. And I think there's a lot of, I wouldn't say misinformation. There's a lot of clickbaity headlines and people not getting the whole story. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, they're highly problematic as individuals. I don't know. Most of my, I'm just an American Euromut, but most of my DNA is British. And I do have an interest in the history, and I've studied it quite a bit. I'm also Team Harry, by the way. These two things can coexist. I read his book. I loved it. I mean, yeah. I think that whole situation is complicated, all that. But if you want my American's Guide to the Coronation, I know my sister kind of wants to see it. I'll rewatch it. I prefer, of course, the BBC coverage. So, in that, I would probably talk about some history stuff. I know everybody's all up in arms about Harry sitting in the third row, and I can explain that. Like I said, I'm Team Harry. I'm not upset about it. He didn't seem upset about it. There were certainly some very interesting parts, especially the gospel part. If you saw that part, we need to talk. We need to talk. One of my good friends really likes my... I'm gonna use this blush. I don't know what it's called. It's a Mary Kay blush. It was a special edition. I know people feel a certain kind of way about any sort of multi-level whatever. You're welcome to them. That's fine. If you don't like MMOs, MLMs, direct sales, don't buy from them. That's fine. There are some really good ones. There's some really good products out there. It's a pink that has a little bit of a sparkle to it. I am going to use my e.l.f. blush brush, the little one, and we'll put that on my face. So let me know. Maybe I'll just make one for my sister. The other thing that I get a lot of requests for, and I'm going to just do this way. I don't do bronzer. I don't do contour. I don't do sunlight. Why would I do bronzer? People know I don't do sunlight. Nobody's buying them. The other thing that has been really asked for is mostly my, wow, that looks really pink on camera, is for me to do an ASMR channel. I don't want to make a whole nother channel, so maybe I'll start doing them here and just make a different playlist, because when I want to, I can have a very soothing voice. So, if you'd like for me to make an ASMR channel, I can do some guided meditations. I can read things that are in the open realm that will not be a copyright issue. So, old fairy tales, classic novels, Dracula, Pride and Prejudice, whatever. Let me know, and I'll help you fall asleep. So Lord knows, I don't sleep on my own. I use Better Sleep. Is that what it's called now? I know I've had it for so long I'm grandfathered in. The yearly price now is ridiculous. That's all I'm going to do for blush. I would normally do a little highlight, but I don't have any down here. Oh shoot, I missed a step. Oh well. Should I do it? Let's do it. Yeah, let me know if you want some ASMR videos. I'll do some. I'll make a playlist. I'm not gonna make another channel. I don't have it in me right now to like do all the branding and setting everything up in YouTube. I'll make that playlist. Loriana's Sleepy will be the name of that one, because Loriana is usually sleepy. Estoy muy cansada. I've almost been learning Spanish for a year on Duolingo. This is my concealer. Sorry, that's what I forgot to do. I mean, it looks okay with just the color corrector. I am very cognizant of my dark circles. So this is e.l.f. Again, not sponsored by e.l.f. The Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish. I know a lot of people love this. It doesn't work that well for me. It does kind of cake up and crinkle, but I'll set it a little bit. I can't read this. This might be the palest shade. Fair Rose. And like I said, I do have the dark circles. Most people don't. Mine's a combination, I believe, of not sleeping, my skin thinning out as I age, because there is kind of like this cliff right here. Like there's the bone and it's kind of sunken in. So we're just gonna get concealer on my leggings. No. Normally, I go back and forth. If there's a right way to do this, let me know. Normally I do my setting spray and then I do my mascara. I don't know. Should I do it that way? Should I do my mascara and then my setting spray? I'm not doing lashes for my normal everyday look. Although there's some in here. I have some magnetic lashes, and so I don't know where it cut off my octopus thing that has my light and my place for my mic and my phone. The way that works does not make the buttons on my phone happy, so it's the whole thing. But anywho, if I was doing a performance, I do have some magnetic lashes in here. I need some new ones. And then I do have some Ardo Demis. These are the 101s. I do, and by and large, I think the magnetic ones are easier, but last time I performed, I had a full-on, lash meltdown. It was not pleasant. Anywho, my friend sent me this. This is the Body Shop Happy Go Lash. They used to have, a sort of MLM kind of direct sales branch. They have shut this down. But you can still get this on their website. I love this mascara. My friend Christy sent it to me. Thank you, Christy. She also sent me a palette and some other stuff I need to try. But like I said, they don't do direct sales anymore, so if that's a problem for you, it's not a problem anymore. Here is the wand. I don't know. I love it. It is a little wet, so don't sneeze. Don't blink your eyes for a few. So let me pause a moment and put my mascara on. I typically don't do my bottom lashes because I tend to get panda eyes very easily. Doesn't matter what kind of mascara I use, how much I powder under here, how much I powder my lashes, I tend to panda up. So unless I'm performing, I don't do the bottom lash. Although, who's it, Geek Out of Water has been recommending the Estee Lauder Smudge Proof. I might want to try that, especially if I can get a small, a travel bougie of it. Yeah, I usually have issues. I'm just going to do the other eye. It's not going to be a big deal. Alright, that's the mascara. I'm going to put on a little lip gloss as well. This is the Mary Kay Pink Luster. It's just what I have on hand. I think this looks good on everybody. This is my version of a 5-minute face, although it took way longer because I'm sitting here yammering. But I can throw this on real fast, let me tell you. Because lately, if I have to go somewhere, I put off getting dressed as long as possible because real pants are a real problem. Oh, I didn't mention it. I don't know where to put it. I have also gotten back into reading the tarot. If you want to see me do some of that, let me know. I am by no means an expert. I have the same 2 decks I've had since I was a teenager back in Stone Ages. Yeah. Although the readings, I've mostly been pulling a card for myself, and then I did do a reading for my friend Autumn when she was here. Is you already, Autumn? Man, those cards, it was like the library is open. We are gonna read you. For both of us, we both did a reading. It was, yeah. Anyhow, I miss you guys. Let me know what you want to see. What do you want from me? So May is my birthday month. I will try to get you some more content. I'm excited about it. And like I said, I'm feeling better mentally and physically. I do have more energy than I have the last few months. I do have some ideas of things I want to do. Yeah. So, if you like my battiness, stick around for the next video. That next video will definitely be a Temu haul. I'm not gonna tell you what's in it, cause it's a surprise. But I'll just tell you. Basically, there's clothing, craft stuff for Muffin, or Muffin adjacent. Yeah. It should be good fun. Thank you guys again. I know I can't say it enough. Thank you guys again for supporting the channel and supporting me, sending me messages. It really does mean a lot. If you like this video, push the buttons, do the things to like and subscribe, leave a comment. It helps the channel. It helps me feel validated. In the description, I don't know if I'll link all the products that I used today. I mean, really, like just e.l.f.com, okay? Just go to e.l.f. That covers most of them. And then in the description box, you will find ways that you can also support bats and bat conservation. Stay batty, my friends.